Hello everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading video. In this video we will be having you choose a stack you're most drawn to, of course, as usual. And in that stack we will be discussing if you are more than just a friend to them, or if they are more than just a friend to you, vice versa. And we'll be looking at the dynamics between you two and if it would be a good relationship, if you would be a good fit, and just seeing if feelings could be mutual or not. Here is stack 1A, stack 2B, stack 3C. You can pause if you'd like and if you need some more time to figure out which stack you are most drawn to. If you are not drawn to any of the stacks, that's completely fine. This just might not be the pick a card reading video for you. I have plenty of other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my channel. As a reminder, everything I talk about and discuss in this video is for entertainment purposes only and cannot be stated as fact. Alright, let's get into it. Hello 1A and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. So on the left side here we have the cards that represent the other person and their feelings toward you. And on the right side is your feelings toward the other person and the situation. And the middle three cards represent the connecting link between you two. So it also can indicate compatibility, but it indicates also where you're at, if either of you feel a certain way toward each other. Yeah. And then for the oracle cards, we have express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture, and 38 by the end of the year. So I'll get to those throughout the reading. But first I want to say that I was just like almost dumbfounded looking at all of this before. Oh, by the way, you might hear my cat purring. He's by the microphone. And he's like really wanting pets and affection right now. So a good indication. But what was I saying? Oh, so the person on the left is them. Person on the right is you. I was dumbfounded because it's like crazy. The cards here are so crazy. I think no matter what kind of relationship you have with this person right now, it feels very karmic to me. But really, I kept hearing like they're on the same page. You and this person are on the same page pretty much to a T. I wonder if you're a lot like this person. If not, this is just indicative of the fact that you both are on the same page in terms of your dynamics in your relationship. So the first card for them is the Ten of Cups upright, and the first card for you is the Queen of Cups upright, which for me in this sense here is giving pretty much similar, if not the exact same messaging of the fact that I think you like where your relationship is at right now. Something I wanted to say is that I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are already friends with this person. For some of you, I was getting the vibe that you could be like childhood best friends or like family friends with this person, so you already know them through that. But whatever it is, I feel like you already love and appreciate the dynamics that are present within your relationship as it stands right now. It feels like you both get a lot of emotional fulfillment from the other people. I feel like this person is very validating to you, and for you, it's like you could see this person forever being a part of your friend group or your family, and that can include also if they are your romantic partner. Like you can always see them being around. I feel like this person is very dependable, that you can rely on them, and I think that they can also rely on you as well. But I think that you make them feel very comforted and validated. And so I wonder if they've also, you know, throughout time been in a different relationship or been in different relationships as well, and you've just been there to support them whenever they've gone out of those. And again, if this part doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, but because either way, there does feel like a good emotional stability between you two, and it feels very, very nice. And you know what, I'm just going to start talking about this right now because it's really interesting how the first cards here, they're right next to the middle cards, you know. We have Ten of Cups and Queen of Cups, and that talks about emotional compatibility between you two. But then we have King of, in the middle, the King of, like the connecting piece, the King of Swords and the King of Wands. In the middle part is a good luck charm, also known as the Wheel of Fortune. And that's just like crazy. King of Swords and King of Wands. So not only emotional compatibility between you two, King of Swords indicates intellectual compatibility, and it's likely that you could have a similar sense of humor. Because good sense of humor can be indicated by swords and wands, so it really indicates that you probably are very good at communicating with one another and that you also have a similar communication style. Or if not, then it just indicates that there's a good balance between the way you communicate. And then King of Wands indicates to me also that you would have good good physical compatibility as well. And with the good luck charm being there, that just indicates to me that, and again, everything coming full circle. And this also feels very karmic. It feels like y'all were really meant for each other. I'm not going to tell you. Well, okay, if you're going to also choose a different stack, aka stack 2, then zone out if you want to for the next 5 seconds. But stack 2, instead of express your love, the card for them pulled was soulmate card. But seriously, this is very much soulmate energy as well. Even if you don't end up being together romantically, I don't see how you could not be in each other's lives. But I feel like it's one of those instances where it reminds me of those movies where people, like, don't express their love for each other, but they know that they have, like, underlying feelings for each other, and then they're, like, old. And then they're like, why didn't we express our love for each other back then? We could have been together instead of going through all this heartbreak. Or maybe people find happy marriages, but then it's still, like, at the end of the day, you're like, oh my God, whenever I see this person, I remember how much I'm still in love with them. Like, it's very much that vibe. It's really quite intense, but not in a bad way. It's very, like, happy feelings that I'm getting from this. It just feels like it makes me want to cry. It just feels so karmic. So again, for a lot of you, I think you've already known this person for a bit. I don't think it's just some random person. But if it is and you still are drawn to this stack, hopefully the messages still resonate. And then it's so funny. Seriously, the mirroring of both of y'all, it's quite literally crazy. We have Knight of Swords in reverse for the other person, and then Page of Swords in reverse for you. This indicates to me that both of you, whether you are aware of the other person's feelings to you or not, Swords is all about not only the words we say, but the actions we take. So it could be that you haven't fully stated to the other person what you're feeling and how you're feeling, and the other person has done the same, or hasn't done the same, I should say, where they haven't expressed their feelings for you. And also, this indicates that you haven't done enough to show the other person, like, flat out, hey, I actually really like you, I'd want to have you be a romantic partner. And the same goes for them. It's crazy. I think you both are in this boat where I think a lot of you do know, though. I think a lot of you do know that, at least, I don't know about the other person, but since you mirror each other a lot, I'm guessing so, where it feels like both of you know that you like each other, but you're not saying it out loud, and you're also not doing anything, like asking the other person out on a date. And I think it's not even necessarily stubborn energy that I'm getting, but it's just, I can tell that you really both of you value the relationship you already have right now, or the friendship. 10 of Cups 2 is very much friendship vibes, so from the other person. Somebody could have met through another friend group, or again, just being very lifelong friends or childhood friends. But Axel's purring so loud. He's so happy and in Zen mode. I know, bae. It's good vibes, isn't it? But it just feels like you both already know where you stand, but you're just not taking the next step. And you're not even talking about taking the next step. I wonder if some of you... I do get the inclination, though, that... Well, actually, I wonder if a lot of you haven't said things to your friends, but your friends are like, oh yeah, I know that y'all are meant for each other, but then you're just like, no, or like, I don't know. I feel like that's true for both of you, where it's like the friends or family point these things out, the potential for a romantic relationship, but then both of you just shut it down and are like, well, even if that were true, like, I feel like the most you would say is like, even if that were true, like, we're both such good friends, I don't think you would want to tarnish that. This can also, from what I'm seeing, indicate that even if you're not good friends with this person somehow, this could indicate, I don't want to say first. Some of you are in a work environment with this person, and that's why you're not saying much. I don't really get that vibe as much. But there's a sense that if you and this person aren't in the same friend group or aren't really good friends yourself... See, this is what happens. There's so much going on in my brain, and then I just completely forget what I was going to say, because there's just, like, so many messages coming through that it makes it hard to even convey. Now, what was I going to say? I keep petting my cat now, which also distracts me. I can't do two things at once. But Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, I think I had to relate. Oh, no, it had to relate to friends, friend groups. Oh, yeah, if somehow you aren't friends or anything, there's an indication that if you were to start dating, it would ruin the friend group. So I wonder if somehow, like, if you have a friend that's into the other person, or the other person has a friend that's into you. And so they don't want to go after you because, already maybe having a relationship with you, but also because it could be that a friend also likes you or the other person from either side or both sides even, because of all the mirroring I'm seeing. And I think for a lot of you maybe wouldn't even be aware of that, of somebody in that person's friend group liking you, and maybe even in your friend group you wouldn't even be particularly aware, but I think for a lot of you would be. Like within your own friend group and that person's own friend group, I feel like you'd be aware of a potential liking that they have for the other person that you have. Yeah, like, all that. So that can make it harder too, that you don't want to hurt people's feelings if you go after this person. My high school sweetheart, how we got together was from my high school best friend, and I didn't know that. She had told me she did not. I'm just saying this is an example, by the way, because like the vibes can be similar. I didn't know, because she told me she did not have feelings for this man. And then we ended up dating for a long time. But as soon as we started dating, she had, or even before then, we were in the dating process, I don't know, she had stopped talking to me. She was very mad at me because she said she had feelings for him. And I didn't know that. So be very careful about these kinds of things happening as well. I feel like that could be an issue, and maybe a lot of you are honestly quite aware of that. And then for the last cards, for you and the other person, we have 8 of Cups upright and the Knight of Cups in reverse, which further indicates to me that you're not fully expressing yourselves to each other. 8 of Cups in reverse is all about walking away from a situation, so I think this person has decided that they wouldn't date you because of the dynamics that you already have in your relationship, aka I think a lot of you are already friends with this person, or they feel it would ruin their friend group or whatnot in some way. And it's really interesting because it feels almost very decisive that they decided to do this. Like they won't be the one to make a move on you. And then for you, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and that indicates that, yeah, you just don't want to express your feelings to this person. And I think even if you know or have a feeling that they feel the same way about you, I feel like you intuitively know where they stand in terms of wanting to progress things further, which we see that with that 8 of Cups for them. So I think you're scared of rejection, and you're scared of the other person not wanting to take things further, take that next step. And so because of that, it's like you're stuck in limbo. But I think I'm trying to think, because I think for a lot of you, you could be just fine being friends with this person your whole lives, but I think there would always be the what if. And I think you would know that it would be something you would want to explore, and I think the other person would want to explore it. They're just being, like, very, not in a bad way, but set in their ways of, like, I don't want to ruin this relationship we have now, or I don't want to make another person in my life jealous, whatever it is. This can also indicate that both of you just are not good at expressing yourself in general, even for past relationships, so maybe other people have always had to make the move. So because of that, it's like both of you are just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And that can also even be indicated by the King of Swords and the King of Wands too, like waiting for your king or queen or anybody to come swooping in and finally make the move. It's like both of you are just, I think, waiting for somebody to say something. Even if it doesn't end up leading anywhere, I feel like there's so much tension that it would be better to just release that. And it feels like a lot. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, aka the good luck charm, there's just a sense that you would really be a good match. Like, I don't know how much of a better match you could find in your life. I don't know how this person could be only just a friend, even though, again, I think you would be fine with it, but it wouldn't be the best case scenario. And the compatibility, I can just not emphasize this enough. It is off the charts. I think some of you too maybe worry, or the other person may worry, that you're just both so similar, so you don't want to be with somebody who is so similar to you because maybe you would be afraid of it getting boring, or just whatever reasons. Maybe you're more into typically people who I don't even want to say that. I was going to say maybe people who are different from you. But I think this person to you is like your ideal type physically, and I think that they also think you are their ideal type. Everything aligns. Like, I'm telling you, how you feel about them is very likely how they feel about you, based on all alleged for entertainment purposes only, based off of what the cards are saying. It really feels like both of you are so similar, which is maybe why there's a little bit of that slump and why there's a stuckness right now. But it feels very, very exciting. So for the cards, for the oracle cards, we have express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This can indicate being the message for either one of you, because I just think either one of you needs to move forward, and I think that's the main thing that's keeping y'all stuck in the friend zone right now, both of you. But I think this is actually more indicative of you needing to express your love for them, like your affection for them, your likeness for them, because with those last cards here, the Eight of Cups being upright for them, I feel like they are less likely to want to budge at this point in time in terms of making that move. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse too, that can indicate that you finally have enough of just being in their friend zone, and that you at least want to get your feelings out there to see what they say, and then just like move on with your life and hope that if things don't work out in your favor, that things can still be fine, which of course things will always be fine. You know, you'll be fine either way. You as an individual person seem very lovely, actually, and so I wouldn't worry about what the outcome is, honestly. I think for the most part, if y'all do confess your feelings for this person and they don't, this is what might happen too, is they might say that they're not interested, but then like give them some more time and then they'll come around to the idea, and they'll just need to sit with that. Sit with you expressing your feelings for them. But yeah, express your love is more so indicative of you yourself needing to express your feelings for them. And it says make the romantic gesture here, but make sure if you do any romantic gestures that they're not super grand, actually. Like, you could do something like, this says, you know, by the end of the year. So if you get together for a holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, any of that, or any time around the holidays would be good if you're going to give them a gift. That would be a good idea to give them a gift that's very sentimental, that also maybe has a note attached to it, or in a gift card it says a note, but not even just, I don't want you to get like a regular holiday card for those kinds of instances, or a birthday card, whatever. I want you to think about like writing on an actual piece of paper, or writing like a love letter, but nothing like too explicit, right? But just saying what your feelings are for this person, that would be a very good idea. And giving that to them along with a very sentimental and maybe slightly romantic, nothing too off the charts, right? Nothing too expensive either. Like, it's just about the gesture itself. But giving them a gift with a love letter, anytime around the holidays would be really good. So I only mainly think about like Thanksgiving and Christmas and those adjacent holidays. So like Hanukkah, the New Year. Halloween could be true too for some of you. It feels like it would be a little bit later than that, but for some of you it could be like dressing up in a couple's costume. That could be something cool, like dressing up in a way that, like, a lot of guys love anime. Let's say you hate anime, but you're like, I would be willing to do this costume with you, like a couple's costume type thing. Something like that would actually be really cool. And because then they would also maybe think, well, maybe we're just going as friends, but then maybe at like a holiday party, a Halloween party, you could be like, hey, I actually feel this way about you. Or you could just like feel out if they're trying to hit on other people. Anyway, there's a sense that by the end of the year, especially think holidays and gift giving, or something like dressing up for Halloween, doing something like that with this other person could bring you closer together, maybe get you a little bit more aware of the other person's feelings. Make sure not psychoanalyze though, just be like how you always are, because it seems like you have a very great dynamic. And if you have the same friend group, or you know the other person's friends, I would try to get a feel about, like, asking them if they've ever talked about you, if you feel brave enough to do that. There's a sense that you need to be the brave one here, because I don't think the other person's going to, and if they do, I think it'll be when it's too late. I also get a sense, too, that you're more likely to type to wait around a little bit for the other person, as opposed to them waiting around for you. So, this may not be true, but I'm getting a sense that the other person maybe dates around more than you. But I feel like if you were to get into a relationship, the other person would be like heartbroken. And I don't think they tell anybody. I think they just keep it in and not fully investigate those feelings, which is quite sad because I think they should. I think, I was going to say something, but I forgot. I think, with the Ten of Cups too, I really feel that they would think you would fit in well with their family. Like, seriously, the whole friend thing, I feel like a lot of y'all, this is somebody who you've been friends with. Or it's somebody who's, like, in an adjacent friend group, you know? Somebody who's been around for a bit. You know, at least know about them. You always get along really good with them. And I just am so excited and happy. And I hope that you all take my advice and that you be brave. Because I believe in you. I will leave it at that, though, because there's really nothing else I can say except for that this just looks amazing and that y'all are, like, pretty much twins but lovers, like the Lovers card personified. So I hope that this works out for you, if you would like for it to. I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, 1A, for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, you can like the video down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with this stack, and you can hopefully in the future update your comment with any updates if you'd like to inform us of any. You can subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. You can check out the other timeless pick a card reading videos located throughout my channel. And I also have an ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR, that you can check out in the video description down below. Thank you so much again, 1A, and take care. Hello, Tubi, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. The cards here. Oh, my cat. Why are you leaving, cat? Get up there then. Okay. Hello. So the cards for you are on the left side representing the other person's feelings towards you and the situation. The right side are the cards wait, what did I say? Oh my god, now I feel a bit frazzled. I think that actually relates to the messaging of this stack as well. Okay, left side represents the other person's feelings towards you and the situation. The right side cards, those three, represent your feelings towards them and the situation. The middle cards are the connecting links and pieces between you two and indicates the dynamics that would be present in a romantic relationship or something that just connects you together romantically. And then we have, for the oracle cards, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then we have July, and it says 21 for July. Oh, my cat is back down here. See, my cat is like also getting all frazzled and all over the place too. I think that this definitely relates to you all. Just real quick, I want to make sure I see when this is going to be. Oh, my cat wants to explore. Axel, stay. He just hit me in my mouth with his tail. I'm seeing when this is uploaded. Okay, yeah, so in around a month is July. Okay, got it. I just wanted to make sure. I don't film these like the day before or anything, so yeah, just making sure I am doing everything correct. Okay, sorry. I'll get into the messaging that I see now, though. So, let's start with the other person's side, because really, I feel like this person, I don't know if they're more, no, I don't get that. Here, they give off shy energy, but so do you, but also they give off shy energy that maybe other people can't see. I think they're shy when it comes to love, or maybe they're just shy when it comes to you. That's really the vibe I'm getting. It's really interesting. But we have the World here, and to me, this, when I pulled that, I'm like, oh my god, this is so sweet. Oh my god, I could literally cry right now. I'm not even kidding you. I think this person that you're thinking about thinks the world of you. I think with the Ace of Pentacles upright too, this person thinks that you are just the bee's knees. This person thinks you are such a good person. And I think this person has learned a lot from you. No matter how long y'all have known each other, I feel like this person has learned and grown just from being around you and hearing the words you say and like the lessons that you teach without maybe even realizing it. But I actually think maybe this person's come to you for advice before. Even if it's not about love, I think that this person just is able to feel at ease because of you. And from them, it's so cute. I get such a giddy energy, but a nervous energy. We have the Five of Cups upright. I think this person you might even notice this. I think they're nervous to be around you sometimes, where they act a little bit anxious or they're a little bit clumsy. That's even here too, like the person I just noticed that in here is spilling like coffee, it looks like, maybe tea. I'm pretty sure it's coffee. But there's a sense that they may be more flustered, and that's where the flustered energy comes in, where I feel like they're flustered just being around you, and it's like they can't think straight, and they don't want to say the wrong thing. Sometimes I wonder if they actually do, and you have to like correct them or just like get on them, like, hey, don't be like that. It's actually giving very much Aries energy. Oh my gosh, I'm not even kidding you all. I'm tearing up right now. I'm trying not to have a full-blown breakdown. I just think this person cherishes you and values you so much. Again, I don't know how long y'all have known each other, but I was just... Oh my god. I don't want to say I'm an idiot, because I'm not. I'm not an idiot. But in the first stack, I kept saying, like, I don't know if y'all are friends or not, but I just remembered what the video title is for this, so yeah. This person, it feels like they definitely view you as more than a friend. I was gonna say, I don't know how long y'all have been friends for, but anyway, it feels like you have at least been friends for a little bit. I don't know how long. I'm not really getting a sense of that. I feel like in terms of compared to the first stack feels like they've known that person for a lot longer, but that isn't like a bad thing if you haven't known this person for as long. It's just something I'm keeping aware of. So I think you have known this person at least for a bit. And I think something that's preventing y'all from getting closer is the fact that this person is maybe anxious. You may notice that it's hard for them to get together with you alone if you've ever wanted that, because it just feels like, if anything, they'd be like, okay, yeah, all of the friends, like me and you and like these other friends can all get together. And then they'll be fine. Like, I see this person for some of you, bowling may be significant. I don't know why I should say that. I feel like this person would be good at bowling. So you know how I said they would be shy around you? They also give me the vibe that they'd be very life of the party. So it's very weird. I feel like they're afraid to be vulnerable around people and around romantic interests. And so around you, I think they'd be afraid to be vulnerable and let their guard down, or just to confront their feelings. So maybe you'll notice that they don't want to be around you as much, or like be around you alone. So if there's a bunch of friends together, they might like to do fun activities too, so that they don't have to... It's almost like escaping from their problems, aka their problem being that they have feelings for you. Like, this person gives very much comedian of the group energy. I don't know why. It just is like very life of the party, wants to have fun. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if they've had feelings before for somebody in the friend group, and then like somebody in the friend group started dating somebody else, so they were never able to fully express their feelings. So now it's like that cements for them that they don't want to express their feelings for a friend or somebody they're friendly with. For some of you too, I do actually get the vibe it could be workplace environment. We do have Ace of Pentacles on their side. I feel like y'all could be coworkers too. If not, that's fine, but just take that as extra validation. I wasn't getting that for stack 1A, but I'm getting that for like quite a bit of you, it could be that this person is a coworker, or that you, or even just that you're in a similar line of work. Maybe you don't consider yourself coworkers, but you see each other every now and again because of your work, if that makes sense. Like, you could work at a hospital but not be like coworkers, but you know, you can see each other every once in a while. I guess you kind of would be coworkers, but more like removed. Coworkers once removed. I want to go over to your side now, because we have the Hierophant upright. I wonder if, well, I don't want to say I wonder if, I'll even read this part here too. It says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. I think though, for you all, you tend to be the people who want just not a casual relationship. I think you're the type of people who are more likely to date to marry. I think you're more likely to take relationships seriously. I wonder if some of you worry about if the other person would or wouldn't. The other person, I do feel, is more go with the flow in terms of if they are in any relationships and they're not as afraid of things being casual. That's just the vibe I'm getting, like, in terms of any of their romantic or sexual relationships. But then for you, it feels like a concern you could have is about that. Like, you wouldn't want them to cheat on you or be unfaithful, and you also wouldn't want to restrict them from doing things that are fun. But I think some of you may actually need to work on that, because some of you, I think, would be afraid of, if you were to date that person like going to clubs or going to parties or anything like that. But I think this person, you have to trust them enough to be loyal and faithful if you were to ever get to that point. You can't just assume without even being in that sort of situation with them. Because I do get the vibe that, again, such Aries energy. I get the vibe that they could be a little bit, not ditzy isn't the word, but it's like things go over their head. Where it's like somebody could be flirting with them, but they would be, in these instances, unaware of it. Because if, say, somebody's flirting with them and they've already said that they're in a relationship, they're the kind of person that would be like, well, I just thought, since they knew I was in a relationship, I didn't think that was flirting. I could see themselves getting in sticky situations like that, and that concern you, but I wouldn't worry too much about those things. I just think this person has to learn to pick up on signs better. Oh, so cute. I get actually quite a bit of, I think definitely you're the more calm one here, though, is definitely the sense that I'm getting. That you're a lot more calm, but also a lot more planned, where you like to plan things out. So I think with the Hierophant too, this indicates that you've already pictured what your life could be like with this person, which is why you also want things to progress. Even if you have concerns, there's a sense that you still want to see where things could go, or, at least go on a date, at least let each other know. It seems like you are the type of person where you act like things don't bother you in certain situations, but if something's stuck in your head, it's like you feel like you need to resolve it. It's very Virgo energy. Oh my god, this is Jenna and Julian energy. I love it. Jenna Marbles and Julian Salamita. I love that. And then we have Toxic Witches. And it says, be cautious of those who take more than they give. And it's number 15. So that is the devil. That is upright. So again, that further indicates to me that you do have concerns. I think y'all too could potentially have, not in a bad way, by the way, but like mental illnesses, so depression, anxiety, maybe OCD, like any mental illnesses. I wouldn't be surprised if you have those, so that can make it harder to be in a relationship as well. And so I think, if not, then I feel like this can just at a base level indicate the reservations you have about telling this person about your feelings, especially if this other person isn't good at expressing their own feelings, like in general. And I think y'all are very opposites. It's interesting. Stack 1, they were like mirror images of each other. I feel like y'all are very opposites. And so I feel like you'd worry about how you would mesh in. Like, is that person going to think I'm too boring for them, like, once we start dating? And I think you're more the people who are more low-key, like, you like to just stay at home, maybe watch a movie, like, read a book. It's giving very chill, like, having fun at home, saving money, not having to go all the time vibes. But the other person seems more like they're less frugal. And I'm sorry, I just have to laugh whenever I pick up this person's energy, but I also feel like crying. It's just like so sweet, and I don't think, at least from what I'm seeing and sensing, it's not the sense that this person, like, any reservations you have because of like any differences, like, I want y'all to know you appear to be very different, but I don't see that as a bad thing at all. I think that both of you find it endearing, each parts of each other like this. With the devil upright too, I wonder if you're afraid to date right now or worried to date right now because maybe you've really just had bad luck in love, and maybe you yourself have dated somebody in the past who was a friend and it didn't work out well. Or maybe whenever you're the one to express your feelings, it just never works out well. The other person doesn't feel the same way. But it feels like there's a lot that you're, like, hiding from this person. So I think this is what part of the issue is, actually a big part. Is that the other person doesn't know how you feel because I don't think you're properly, like, showing them any interest in that way. And then I think they don't realize, I don't think they're trying to purposely show interest in you, although they do have interest in you. And I think they just don't want, it just makes it seem like it's hard for you to pick up on those clues too, if they were to ever send you signals, because I think it's almost like they're one of those people that treats everybody the same, even though I don't think they would for you, you know what I'm saying? But if you're just like one of the friends in the group, I think they may actually, some of the people here may actually try to do that. like make it just seem like, oh yeah, I'm not hitting on you, you're just part of the group, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I don't think this person wants you to feel uncomfortable either. I think that's part of it. They don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So it's like both of y'all, I think, have feelings for each other, but I don't think either of you know about the other person having feelings for you. Yeah, and then we have the star, 17, upright, and it says, have faith that healing is in the forecast, and for some of you, that's indicative of any past relationships you've had, any struggles you've had from relationships, and making sure that you don't project any past partners onto this person, whether it's now or in the future if you do end up dating. There's just a sense that you need to let go of the past a bit, which I know can be very, very hard. Also, when I look at both of your cards side by side, so 5 of Cups to the Hierophant, the World to the World versus the Devil, and then Ace of Pentacles versus the Star, they actually, in a way, mimic each other, but in opposites, almost. Because I really want to highlight the Ace of Pentacles on that person's side versus the Star on your side, where I think you're just hoping that they end up making a move, but then with the Ace of Pentacles, they're also hoping you end up being the one to make a move, that you end up saying something, even though I think both of you are actually scared of that happening at the same time, which is also why you're not giving away too many signals, and so then the other person's not going to do anything, with any of that. But the Star indicates that I think you're looking for that one opportunity. I don't think you give the vibes of somebody who likes to date a lot, so I think the next time you date, you're hoping it's long-term and hopefully forever. And the other person, I don't think, is saying specifically that, but they're saying they do want more stability in their romantic relationships. Maybe they haven't had many long-term relationships, or maybe it's been a while since they've had a partner, but it seems like they actually are ready to settle down or to get more serious about relationships, even if it does not present in that way. So I think that at the end of the day, you both want similar things. It's just you have very different personalities, and it's about how you get there. And it doesn't seem like anybody would be willing to budge in terms of saying anything in this situation. We do have, for the connecting cards, we have 7 of Wands upright, which is the card of not giving up. We have the High Priestess, and we have Page of Cups upright. It's really interesting that I pulled the 7 of Wands because, again, that is about not giving up. And I think in this instance, it's about you don't want to... It's like you almost don't want to give up on the other person coming to their senses, even though you both need to in a way. Like, both of you need to do something here. You can't only rely on the other person, but there's a sense that either way you want to get to that point where you can both be honest with each other about your feelings, but also hoping that's the other person that gets there. But hopefully, with the 7 of Wands, it also indicates that through time, you can see both of you yourselves opening up more. So maybe it can just indicate that you both need some more time to open up more and get to know each other more. With the High Priestess, that indicates that, I think, at least for you, but I think this is for them too, but they just don't really realize it as much. Because I don't know how intuitive they are, but because it seems like they're kind of off in La La Land a little bit. But I feel like I'm just roasting this person. No, like, I literally love the energy of this person. I love, like, your energy I relate to a lot for myself, but the other person's energy is, like, I love it. It's so, like, it's just so adorable. The High Priestess, though, upright, to me indicates that you both feel that you're kind of divinely being brought together, where it's like you're meant to be together. And I think the more you open up to each other, you'll realize that more. We have the Page of Cups here too, which is very closely linked in general to the High Priestess. The Page of Cups is a very intuitive card, but it's also a very romantic card. To me, this indicates that y'all would have a very similar... You might have a very similar love language. Oh. I didn't even realize I was going to say that until it came out. I guess that's kind of how it usually is with these, but... I feel like y'all could have very similar love language or similar ways of expressing and receiving love that you appreciate. And I feel like y'all would be lovebirds, like very unconventional lovebirds, but it feels like y'all also with the 7 of Wands would put in both put in the effort to try to make this work if you did go on dates and start dating. But it feels like really you both feel like you're kind of meant to be around each other and be together. And so again, the more you open up to each other, the more you get to know the other person if you don't know them as much, or the more you spend one-on-one time. That's a big thing. Spending more one-on-one time with this person, and hopefully eventually going on a date with them, you'll realize the next steps to take. This is also indicating to me that once one of you makes the move, that things will divinely fall in place, that spirit is watching over you and making sure that both you and the other person are divinely protected, both as individuals and as a partnership, if it does lead to that. And, I mean, come on. For the Oracle card, we have soulmate. That's quite... Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. Brittney, hold it together. I can't, I swear. Whew. I literally pulled soulmate. Why? I swear I've never been this emotional during a reading. It is... I wonder if both of you are just so scared, especially on your end. It's like you're so scared about what could happen. And it's almost like the star card too is saying, oh yeah, like it would have to be a miracle for this to work out, or even for me to even find love. A lot of you maybe have given up on love too, I think, which is very sad. You shouldn't, because you're listening to this. But anyway, whew, I'm gonna have to get a Kleenex after I'm done with this. So... we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So are they more than just a friend? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I think they view you like that, but they just aren't setting enough signals. Same with you. I have to wipe my eyes. 1 second. Whew. But this person feels like definitely your soulmate. Even if it seems unconventional, y'all just... And that's part of what's so interesting, is that if you feel so drawn to each other, but you're so different, that's part of how you know this person could be a soulmate, like, in your soul group. It just feels like now is the time. I mean, we have July here. 21. It could be July 21st as well, or anything involving 21. Like, I feel like there's a lot of more young energy with this stack, too. So you could be around the age of 21, or maybe you met at the age of 21, you know, any of that. But anyway, so... For some reason, I should highlight 21 could be an important date for July, or just in general, 21 could be a lucky number. But around a month, anytime less than 2 months from now, so for 1 to 2 months from now, at this point in time when you are watching and listening to this, it feels like there will be a breakthrough. Now, it feels like this will be actually more of a natural breakthrough, where something will happen naturally. Like, I wonder if you'll finally say something to a friend, or if a friend will finally say something to them. But it feels like... I don't know if y'all hang out really with similar friends, or just in groups a lot, but it feels like there could be something happening, like, at a gathering of some sort. And then just something happens where you feel even more connected to this person. And I'm not saying this will happen, so nobody freak out. But there's almost a sense that I wouldn't be surprised if, for at least one of you, I will say, that, like, you're in this gathering with people, or you're just hanging out with this person, and all of a sudden there's just, like, something that's in the air. Y'all look at each other and you just start kissing or making out or something. It feels like something that could very happen. I feel like things could happen very quickly, and... yeah, the events that happen thereafter could be very quick. And, I feel like in July, you could be spending a lot more time with each other as well. There's something that will happen in July. July could be when the other person admits their feelings to you, or you finally admit your feelings to the other person. So if it gets to be really toward the end of July, think about if there's anything that you can do if nothing's being done yet in terms of expressing your feelings. Because it feels like July would be good. I mean, in North America and in the Northern Hemisphere, it's summer, so it's a really great time for a summer romance, but hopefully y'all can make that forever, because it's soulmate energy here. But if not, that's okay. You live your life. It's just so beautiful. I love it. And I think I'll leave it at that. I keep getting emotional. I need to end this stack, seriously. I will leave it at that. Thank you so much to B for watching and listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, you can like the video down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with this stack in any way, and you can hopefully in the future update us in your comment if you took any of my advice, or if anything has happened. You can subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. You can check out the other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my channel. Oh, I wanted to say, even though it says July, I know that at the time this is being uploaded, like, it's June. But whenever you watch this, July is a good month. And even if you live in the southern hemisphere, like, it's winter, it's snowing, July for you would still be good. Anyway, I just thought I would throw that out there. I have an ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR, that you can check out down below in the video description. Thank you so much again, Tubi, and take care. Hello, 3C, and welcome to your part of the Pick a Card reading video. The left side, those 3 cards indicate the other person's feelings for you in the situation. The right side indicates how you feel about them and your feelings toward the situation. And the 3 pieces in the middle, the 3 cards, indicate the connecting pieces, connecting feelings between you two and how the relationship could play out. And then we have, for the oracle cards, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life, and August. So the messaging is very clear for me. At the same time, I feel like there's different messages that can be indicated here. If I were to say just like a yes or no, though, is this person more than a friend? I would say no. I'm so sorry. I think maybe I want to start with y'all first, because we have Page of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles, which is very indicative to me that, more than one thing came to me. First of all, if this person were to date you, they would view you as a safe option, which nobody should be just a safe option. You should be with somebody who wants to be with you and who treats you like king, queen, royalty, you know. And it feels like they would view you as a safe option and just like somebody they could fall back on. And for some reason, I want to say that this person could easily manipulate your emotions too. I'm not saying that they're generally somebody who could be manipulated, but I think without them even knowing, they could be like that as well. But I just feel like also with these cards, it indicates you're the one that's been trying to put an effort to get to know this person more, or to get them to open up to you more, or to try and put in specifically romantic effort. Maybe you've already made romantic gestures. Maybe you've even already expressed how you feel about this person. It just feels like you're the backbone of whatever sort of relationship this is. I out of all the stacks, it feels like y'all are the less likely to have been friends for a long time. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's a lot of noise going on outside. I'm sorry, I can't help that. So if you hear that, my bad. But also not my bad, because I'm not doing that. Where's that? It feels like you've been putting in all the effort and the work, though, to try and potentially lead this to a romantic relationship, and they might even already know how you feel. I feel like you're very much a person who, it's more so your actions than your words, so I think you've very much shown up for this person, even if other people haven't. And I think this person maybe hasn't even recognized how much effort you've put into trying to get things to work in a romantic sense. We have Queen of Wands, which is very Sagittarius energy. Queen of Wands is energy of somebody who's very popular. So I think this person probably gets a lot of romantic interests. It could just be that they're very outgoing as well, but I get a sense that they go after a lot of people and a lot of people go after them romantically and or sexually. So I think because of that and them being quite popular, it's like you're somebody who they don't really see as being an option right now. I wonder if a lot of them aren't looking for any long-term commitment right now either. And with you, I get the very opposite, where I think what is that? I don't even know what that sound could be. I'm so sorry. But it seems like you're the type of person who really wants commitment. Very strong Capricorn energy here too, where it feels like you only want to be in a committed relationship. And I think you're the type of person who also can't be with more than, like, go on dates with more than one person at a time. It seems like you're very much a one-person, monogamous type of relationship, and that you're also probably less likely, at least at this point in your life, to be going on, like, one-night stands or doing any flings, you know. Seems like you're really looking to just have stability in that area of your life, but I feel like this person is definitely not at that point in their life. And they have the moon upright too, which indicates to me that, oh God, yeah, maybe they are a manipulative person. Maybe they're just really good with their words. I think they're good at making other people feel special without actually having any meaning behind it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could see somebody at a party and there's a guy who goes up to everybody and is like, you are just the most beautiful person or like, a girl can do this too, right? I'm just saying. It's more masculine energy that I'm getting from that side. That doesn't have to mean anything, but I'm just saying. So whichever gender, but they, like, go up to people at a party is what I'm picturing, like, or maybe not them specifically. I'm just giving a random scenario, okay? Let's just talk about a guy. A guy who's at a party and he's going up to a bunch of people, a bunch of women specifically, and he keeps telling them, you're the most beautiful woman I've seen here. I love what you're wearing. Let's say he starts making out with somebody and then he goes to somebody else, starts saying how pretty they are. I feel like he's the type of person who gives compliments just so that he can get something in returns, such as, any sort of romance or love or sex or anything, okay? And it feels like he does it for his own validation as well. I think this person, him or she or they, really like the validation that they get from other people in terms of the external, not the internal. So not from people really saying that they're a really good person, that they're really kind, that they're very generous. They more so are fueled by, I guess you could say, physical gestures here of the romantic sector. And it just feels like they give me very escapist. Like, they run away from their problems and they run away from their feelings. So I think that's why they're the kind of person that seems to be with a lot of people at once. We have 5 of Swords in reverse, which to me indicates that that a lot of people are after this person, or this person goes after a lot of people romantically and whatnot. And so it feels like it's hard for you to stand out and also keep up with this person. With that card, it can also indicate some people giving up as well, but because of the other cards here, the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you haven't and that you won't. And if you hear my cat in the background, he is in his litter box, but I'm going to keep going because whenever I stop, I always lose the messaging. It's not too loud, I don't think. Anyway, with the 5 of Swords okay, never mind, that's kind of distracting me. Let me close the door a little bit. Okay, that should be hopefully less loud. We'll see. But the 5 of Swords in reverse, for me here, indicates that you do see the competition, that you do see these other people around. And that I think this person also is, like, somebody who likes being around friends a lot, too. It's very Gemini energy, actually, on that person's side. So it's like Capricorn versus Gemini, very different energies. That's just, take it for extra validation if you like, just what I'm saying. But, yeah, it's like you see these other people's competition. I don't think you like those playing games. I don't think you like having any competition romantically. I have to open the door for my cat. Hi, honey. It's okay, honey. But there's a sense that this person just, like, occupies their time a lot as well. And they're always on the go. Whereas you're somebody who wants more of that slow living lifestyle, is what it looks like. And you want to be able to figure out your life and figure out, like, what goes where, who fits in your life in a good way. But this person is just so... And here's the thing. Having differences, I think that's great. I think it's so cool when people can be with partners who are so opposite of them. But this feels like it's just not even a good match. I mean, we do have the Lovers in reverse here as well. We have the Empress in reverse and 3 of Cups. I'll get to those. Well, no, I just want to talk about them right now. I feel like I gotta. The Lovers reverse, the Empress reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse. I feel like this person, whether they're, like, you hear about womanizers or man-eaters, whatnot. I just feel like this person isn't ready to settle down. I feel like they date, quote-unquote, date around to boost their ego, is the vibe I'm getting. I feel like they don't see you as somebody they'd want to be with because you're not somebody who's just going to give them the goods and then just, like, have them on their merry way. And I think they also don't want to ruin whatever friendship they have with you or any sort of relationship with the 3 of Cups in reverse, but that also indicates to me that there could also be people in your friend group who already like this person, but it also indicates that, I mean, with the Empress reverse and stuff, I think this person isn't good at being caring to the people that they're around. Like, if you were to date this person, they wouldn't be caring of you. I think they would most likely cheat on you. Like, it's very obvious that they likely would be unfaithful, or that they would at least want to be and then, like, end the relationship. I think this person wouldn't be good at making you feel safe in the relationship, where you would feel like still you'd have to be the one to put all the effort into making that kind of relationship work. It feels like they are more interested in the physicality of romance right now than actual stability like you would be wanting. And I just don't see them treating you very kindly and treating you, like, if you were to express the way you want to be treated, I see them just, like, getting upset by that and, like, going off with their friends and escaping their problems. I feel like you'd have to parent this person and try to teach them right from wrong, where it's like, there's only so much you can do. You can't babysit or parent your partner, and it feels like you would have to do that. It feels like this person also doesn't really know truly what they want. But I do want to say now, because we're talking about Five of Swords on your side, we have Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups is the childhood card, and it's in reverse. And we also have reconciliation. And so I feel like for some of you, maybe you've been friends with this person since you were children. This could also indicate to me that I think even if this person were to show interest in you, right, let's just say, whether they do or don't or whatnot, I feel like there's something that's going to happen. We have here August, number 22, 2-2, so that could be a lucky number for y'all, even though this isn't really a lucky reading, I'm sorry. Could be a significant date, August 22nd, vice versa. 22, that would be like 10 at night, or 10 at night. And with the Six of Cups in reverse and with the reconciliation with August, with the Three of Cups in reverse, I feel like this person could also experience somebody from their past coming through. It could be somebody just like from their childhood, or it could just be some sort of ex. I feel like this person's more likely, if they were to, like, quote unquote settle down right now, it would be with an ex. So I wonder if that's part of the reason why they act the way they act in relationships now, is because they have just been hung up on their ex. And so then I can see that that ex would come swooping in and they could start dating again or being romantically involved in some way. And yeah, it just feels like they're hung up on an ex, and that this ex may or may not come through. It could just be that they're not even gonna meet up, but this person that you have in mind just cannot get their ex out of their head, or this person that they almost dated, like the one that got away type situation. It feels like they're hung up on somebody from their past. I mean, well, it does say reconciliation. So I see them getting together with this person. I wonder if you already know about this. Like, maybe this person keeps going back and forth between one of their exes, maybe even multiple of them. But either way, it feels like they're going to reconcile with an ex of some kind, some sort of past romantic or sexual partner, and that they will have their time occupied with this person from their past. That's now not just in their past, but in their present. Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah. I still see them, like, probably cheating with this person too. Unless, well, actually, I will say, they give very cheater energy, like, very unfaithful, very unloyal. But I think if the vibe I'm getting is that this one person that they have in mind that they want to reconcile with, if they were to come back into this person's life, I really have a sense that they would actually be more likely to make it work and be loyal with that. So it's almost like the energy reads as this person's kind of a lost cause. Where it's like, if you were to put any effort in, they wouldn't recognize it. And also it wouldn't be worth it because it's like they've been waiting for this other person to come back to them. And to, like, potentially date them. So I see that being the only way they would change any of toxic ways of being or going about romantic relationships that they have, is if they reconcile with somebody from their past. Specifically an ex-partner or somebody similar. And with reconciliation, I really wasn't getting any of that in terms of you. Somebody reconciling with you from your past. I was really just strongly getting it for and like, I'm 98% sure that this has to do with the other person, but for the other 2% of you that it could be you, then this would indicate still that you wouldn't have to worry about this other person that's involved, but there's a sense that it's more so about the other person and how they're just waiting for this person, the other person, to come back into their life, and I see it happening. And it is likely for that to happen in August. So you'll be more likely to gain clarity in August. In terms of if you have not expressed your feelings for this person, I don't see it being necessary at this point in time, or really ever, but especially right now. Like, wait until at least September and see how things are. Yeah, I don't know if y'all are very close with the person or not. It doesn't feel like, again, it feels like this stack is y'all are the least close compared to other stacks. I feel like, too, there's parts of this person that you don't know about that would be red flags for you. And that would also get you to know more and understand more, like, where this person's head is at. I just think this person maybe keeps things light around you, and so there's a lot that you don't know. And even if you're curious to know, it's like, trust me, it isn't anything that you need to know. Just know. But what I will say is that based off of all of this, by August, you'll get more clarity. If you hear about any reconciliation happening, then it could happen in August or sometime before August, but then you find out about it in August, or you just get more clarity about their situation in August. August will be an important month to understand things. Also, for some of y'all, if y'all are in college, if you're under the age of 18, please do not watch these videos. It's for 18 plus. But so if you're in college and you're 18 or older, this is also the vibes of some people come back to school or campus and get things ready for like a next semester. Some of y'all could realize things happened while summer break was happening in between semesters. That could really be something that resonates with a lot of you. And then stack 2, for them, I got the sense that they have similar love languages. With the Lovers here being in reverse, I feel like y'all have very opposite love languages as well. I think if you were to be in a relationship with this person, it would be hard to I wonder if, like, it's almost like your love language is the complete opposite of theirs. Like, it's the bottom of the barrel for theirs. So, in terms of engaging with love languages, if you were to date this person, I feel like they wouldn't know how to properly fit to your lifestyle, and you fit to their lifestyle, but also you to match their love language or tap into their love language, and then for them to tap into your love language. I think it would be very difficult, and I see it actually being uncomfortable as well. I'm not seeing also any chemistry here. Again, it just feels like, it's almost like you're putting, like, what's a saying I could use, an analogy I could use? It's almost like you're putting a lemon next to a loaf of bread and saying they're the same thing, and saying that they go well together, and you're like, how? Like, what do you mean? You cut them into slices and put them on the bread and eat them? Do you put anything else on them? Like, what do you actually mean? It just doesn't feel like y'all would mesh well together, that you would fit well into each other's lives in that sense. Maybe friendship-wise you would be okay, but even as a friend, be careful about what you allow them to do. Don't let them just walk all over you and take advantage of you in that sense either. That doesn't feel good. Because, yeah, friends or not, I feel like you've been willing to put up with a lot. You've probably even missed on some of the signs. Like, you're just willing to deal with some of the things this person does and put up with them. But if you confronting this person, or you saying, hey, I don't like that you did that, is enough for them to not even be your friend anymore, then you already know where that person stands, and it's not the type of person you would want to have in your life. I feel like this person has quite a bit of toxicity. It's just the way it reads. Maybe they don't, but maybe, I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe they're just, again, very popular and they're not good at expressing their emotions. But you shouldn't keep waiting around for that. You have a lot of perseverance, I feel like. So you should find somebody who's going to admire that, but also somebody who puts in just as much effort and work into a potential relationship as you. You should want that. And so don't make yourself small, and don't lump yourself in with a bunch of other people waiting in line for somebody who's mediocre at best. And that is a mic drop moment, so I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, 3C, for watching and listening to this video. I'm sorry if it wasn't what you were hoping for. If you liked the video, you can like it down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with this deck at all, and you can update your comment in the future if you'd like, with any updates you have. You can subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. You can check out the other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my channel, and you can check out my ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR. That will be linked in the video description down below. Thank you so much, 3C, and take care.